Today's interview, we're going one leap ahead of every threat, the future of fraud prevention. And I'm here today with the CEO of award-winning anti-fraud innovation of the year, Vladimir from Frogo.
Hello.
Nice to have you around. How are you doing?
Thank you. Well, today very busy, but I'm here and we can talk more about fraud prevention.
Fantastic. Well, before I jump into this interview, Vladimir, I would like to congratulate you for becoming a daddy recently, a little beautiful
Thank
girl.
you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, congratulations. I thought I had to address this because, of
Yes.
course, it is a fantastic moment for you.
Yes.
First child, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Big year. First award, first child, first B2B operations. So yeah.
Wow, what a year,
to do.
Vladimir.
Yeah, what a year.
Well, allow me to get some information, right? I would like to share with the whole industry what it is Frogo does, how it came to be, what you stand for, and I'd like to jump right into it, if that's
Let's go.
okay. Vladimir, so we have 9 sections today, which I would like to cover. I'm not going to take much of your time. They're 2 to 3 questions each, so I'd like you to bear with me, but I'm going to start with the introduction, the origin, the story of Frogo, right? So what inspired the creation of Frogo? What gap in fraud prevention did you see others kept ignoring?
Yeah, so I am like operational manager, and we used to work with third-party solutions. So they are now our competitors in the B2B market, and we didn't feel very well of flexibility and all the ideas that came up in our mind in terms of preventing the fraud. We cannot make all of them live. That's why we take a look on these situations and said, okay, let's invest in developing our own team, our own tool to be fully flexible in all our ideas and some tests and the approaches that we want to make in our operations. So that's where the Frogo began. We had more ideas that in the market we can implement them. So that's why we started to build our own tools for our own operations. And now we are in B2B sharing our expertise and tools to the market.
Fantastic. Vladimir, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Why the frog? What does the frog symbolize in your vision for fraud prevention?
It wasn't in this sequence. It was a brainstorm in our team, very creative guys, and we thought about what word could be like very similar to fraud, and there are a lot of ideas, and the Frogo one was one of them. We started to think about the lore of the Frogo, the mascot, what could it be, and we made so many interesting ideas that it was like very natural for us. We said, okay, Frogo, fraud, it's very similar words, and we can build a lot of interesting PR and marketing around this. So that's why it came up. And after that, we started to think what is the correlation with the frog, and the frog, they catch like lightning speed the flies. And we said, okay, some of flies are good, some of flies are bad, and we're like real-time analytics. So that's why we're very accurate and fast in analyzing the flies and catching the bad flies.
The flies being the fraud.
Yes, in this. And we also have this little game when we put it on our exhibitions. In an iPad, you can try a game to guess which fly is a fraud. And if you guess, we'll give you some merch with the frog. So yeah, it living its own life now because it's like very fun. And we are inside, we're not like very, very techie guys and not like nerds. We're fun and open. And we want to bring these to the market, that anti-fraud, it's not always about some gray analytics. It could be colorful, it could be fun, and the Frogo is also, it could be cowboy Frogo, it could be whatever.
Okay, so it's like an interesting way how to keep people vigilant, you know, with their eyes open.
Yeah.
It's a very clever idea. Whoever came up with it, kudos to them. And it's very catchy, definitely.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
So you've got our attention over here. Look, let's jump on to the second topic. So why fraud prevention needed reinvention? This is, for me, I think it's a big topic, and I'm glad that you're here to highlight this for us. Look, fraud tech is a crowded market. So what outdated methods companies still rely on, and why do they fail today?
I would say that for each problem, you have to need a correct tool. And what we see in the market that the big companies, they are not very flexible and they work as they used to work like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. We facing so much issues when the operators, they have like strict rules, some solid scoring policies, and they catch a lot of false positives. Where we making a focus is making higher accuracy, also working with lowering the false positive rates. And this is also where the second part of the coin came up, when you not only taking a look on fraudsters, but you also do not take a look on genuine customers who could be behavioral like fraudsters, but it is no additional evidences. Yeah, so for example, a lot of teams, they have like very strict rules. For example, somebody win 10,000 euros, we should check him. Yeah, and normally like 99% of the cases are genuine players who just have the luck of going it. And if you stop this player now, he will get not immediately withdrawals, he will have lower user experience rate. So we focus in mainly, it's like second stage. After we checked all the fraud, we focus on lowering the false positive rates to higher your conversion rates, to making genuine customers easy and a smooth pass on the product.
Okay. Well, Vladimir, it's very well known that many businesses treat fraud as a cost center, right? What mindset shift do they need to start treating fraud as a profit level?
I think the first shift when you're facing your first big fraud case, and you see that the value of this fraud case is like 10 times more that you will invest this year in fraud prevention. So it's like insurance. When you have like fire in your house, you said, why didn't I pay like 100 euros per month to insure everything? So this is normally the first step when the operators start to think about the fraud, when they face the real fraud. Because when you talk to the people, they said, okay, we better invest in payments and some retention, so on and so forth. But this is how it works. For big companies, the good point is to analyze firstly your false positive rates and how much money you spent on the team. It's about automation. Yeah. So do you need to hire additional team in anti-fraud department if you making like 2 times more volumes? Do you need them or not? And the salaries, the operational costs, they are high. That's why it's like for big operators about the operational cost, and for small operators to facing their first big losses.
Fantastic. Well, Vladimir, why Frogo won Anti-Fraud Innovation of the Year. Now, what does this award mean for you personally and also for the rest of the Frogo team?
First of all, we're appreciated to get this award. The judges see the tools and they decided to do this, and it is very good, like third-party recognition of our work, because inside the team we know that we are cool. We are experts, we are on the high edge of the technologies, but this is our understanding. And when you get like additional arguments in this, when you have this recognition, the team spirit moving up. Yeah, and it was the same last year. I got the industry trendsetter in anti-fraud also from you guys, from Sigma. Thank you so much. And yeah, it was last year, and it was for me additional like self-esteem, additional points. And this year, our product Frogo got this. So all the team, they are like very loaded on making new features, new ideas. So yeah, it brings it also highlights us for the operators, and we will save somebody, maybe a business, preventing their first big fraud case.
I actually remember giving you the award for the industry trendsetter last year. I think it was me. It was, no, it
So,
wasn't. Where was this?
it was in Budapest, and I was also not
You were
attending.
also not
Yeah,
there. Yeah, okay, okay. So I didn't give it to you
it's fun.
personally,
Yeah,
but
it's fun because we have already two, and every time I cannot attend with some reasons. So,
I mean, guys, to clear this out, Frogo means business, right? At the moment, they are super busy. They are making this mammoth project at the moment, so they might miss an award ceremony or two, but it does not stop them from being innovators and leaders in this industry.
yeah.
Look, I have just two more questions about the award. If you had to choose one feature that convinced the judges, what would it be?
I think it could be graph-based forensics tools because there are also graph-based forensics tools in different vendors, but normally they focusing on catching the connections between specific user. What we do, we show the connection between the some flagged users. So, for example, if flagged users as the one affiliate bring them, so we show you the picture of it, and it could be like stars in the sky if they are not connected, or it's like bunches of dots, and in a couple of clicks you see that this affiliate came with some multi-accounts, and it takes lower time to analyze it. And next quarter we'll also bring a new release with some custom features. You can show all the connections of the customer who did their first deposit in this payment system with this amount of money, and they have, for example, both phone and email verified. So this custom request that shows you the real picture of how your database looks like. And this is something that we don't know in the market somebody have, but we have.
But you have it.
Yes.
Hence why they're not coming to the awards, guys. They are busy making it happen.
A lot of work to do.
But look, what makes Frogo's approach truly innovative compared to traditional fraud tools?
The second thing is very important is dynamic rules. So normally a lot of products, they have a lot of static rules. Yeah. So for example, we will check everybody who made 3 unsuccessful deposits in a row. Yeah. With dynamic tools, we can use some window calculations. Yeah. So yes, you have 3 in a row unsuccessful deposits, but comparing week to week in these specific IP ranges and this specific payment system, it was normal distribution, so you should not take it in action. And also these dynamic rules that allows us to use some window calculations and compare them. This like very, very good alerts for payment and affiliate fraud, because each of transaction by itself, it could be okay, it's normal transaction. But when you comparing the aggregated function of payment system provider or a certain affiliate and comparing the shift of these behavioral patterns during the time, this approach of dynamic analysis it gives the flexibility of building the real adaptive rules.
So, Vladimir, for the community watching us currently at home, could you highlight a little bit in more depth what real-time alerting systems are to you?
Yeah, it's an additional module in Frogo. So normally we make in real-time scoring of the transaction and giving the feedback on the platform, which is automated by operator or payment system with immediate decisions. Yes, and this is like background real-time analysis is going. And when you are a manager and analyst, you need to take a look on some patterns. And normally, without alerting system, you should make some queries. So, for example, show me last 10 minutes this pattern, it happens or not. You just checking it. What we made, we connected the notification and alerting system to the scoring, and it gives you the flexibility in building your manual operations. So we can send like a webhook or some notifications to the Telegram channel, and you can add there your team and it could be not always anti-fraud team. Yeah, while we're making a scoring, we calculate a lot of variables. That's why we talk not only about the fraud level, but also, for example, VIP level. Yes, and some patterns they have very good correlation with VIP team. So connecting the notification and alerting system to the scoring could bring you some alerts, real-time alerts to your CRM system, and the VIP team will give you the alert of you should call this guy because he looks like a VIP customer, and this is like additional value gaining from the same scoring for the operator. So we're making scoring, some alerts to anti-fraud team, some alerts to payment team, some alerts to affiliate, VIP team, product team, and this is based on one platform. And this gives additional reaction on what's going on.
Thanks, Vladimir. I'm going to jump into the fourth topic of the day, right? So now we're talking about real stories. Fraud schemes nobody talks about, but we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Finally. So we're going to put down the barriers over here and we're going to jump into it. What is the most unexpected fraud scheme Frogo uncovered?
I'll tell you one story. It was a bit fuzzy matching of the players' behavior, and we didn't get immediately the understanding why they're doing this. So what it was looks like AML scheme because it was depositing for high volumes of transactions, low wagering with some specific strategies of not losing much, yes, and the request for withdrawal with a short period of time. So normally it is a very good flag for AML, for some bonus abuse could be also, but the issue was the payment details, yeah, the bank cards were the same on deposit and withdrawal. So this is not AML in terms they don't steal money because they use same cards for deposit and withdrawals. We go deeper and we see that it was the issue only with one specific bank in one specific country. We ask our friends in this country, maybe it was just idea, maybe this bank have some marketing campaign. And it was. So it was marketing campaign. They give you additional points if you made enough turnover on your cards. So guys used the casino platform just to make turnover on their bank cards, making deposits, withdrawals, and showing the bank that they increased their turnover on a card, giving some additional points, some discounts in the shops, and maybe some additional credit limit in their card, like to increase, showing the bank that you are having a lot of money.
Your credits.
Yeah, yes.
When in fact, you're not.
Yes, and the operator lost money because they paid commission for deposit, commission for withdrawal, commission for game providers, and making nonsense.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it was not a fraud schema like directly on operator, but it was kind of fraud schema for the bank.
A very clever attempt, I would say.
Yes.
Well, which industry was most supporting in terms of fraud patterns?
I like iGaming so much industry because this is the summarize of payment systems, of game providers, of affiliates, retention, and so on and so forth. So when you're working with operator, you have end-to-end analytics. Yes, because for example, a payment system, they have no information about bonuses, KYC, what customer behavior on the website. So they see each small industry, they see only the part of the workflow of the customer. But when you work with iGaming operators, they see all the path of the customer from their registration attempt till their last withdrawal. And this gives you so much data to analyze, so much models to run, machine learning, some just normal linear analytics, and going deeper in the patterns. So yeah, this is like the most fun is iGaming operators because they have all the data collected in one place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's no secret that fraud is a serious topic. right? Fraud prevention is something that needs dedication, a good eye for detail, and of course, the industry respects, anyone that is venturing into this. However, I would like to ask if there maybe, I don't know, you will tell me if there is any humorous or bizarre fraud stories that you can share, without naming anyone.
Yeah. We had one. It was very fun how fraudsters could make one mistake because of their laziness, like doing all the operations well, but one little mistake. So we had a group of bonus abusers, and they used fake IDs, and they used some automation in terms of making new virtual machine, making automated registration, deposit, gain the bonus, and after that coming like manual playing. So they automated all the process just to log in and have already money to play. How they faced the problems when we started to analyze. So they are a bit lazy, but they wanted all the files to be in right folders. So they made automation based each virtual machine had the same string in the browser string variable with the name of fake ID they want to pass the KYC. So it was very fun when we saw that, okay, we have Windows, iOS, Android device, Jame fix device. Okay, what is this? Okay, we see the KYC stage, Jame fix. Okay, next, the normal customer says some Windows, macOS, iPhone, something, blah, 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 blah. After that, Maria Velasquez, for example. Yes, and we see the right documents on Maria Velasquez. So there were they done automation, but they were good because they have like very good documents. They had unique payment details, but they failed using this correlation.
Okay, well, I mean, Maria Velasquez is a made-up name.
Yes,
Please do not go on Google or ChatGPT, start researching her. It's a made-up name. If not, you would have bleeped it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump on to what keeps each industry awake at night. The possible question I have over here would be, I mean, gaming is innovating extremely fast, right? What are the fraudsters doing even faster?
Yes. Now, with a lot of new AI tools, the challenge is in KYC stage because not all KYC providers are very good in detecting the fake IDs, even in some video check like liveness checks, so on and so forth. This is one part. But when we're talking about automation, yeah, the cost of virtual machines is also going lower and lower. So the cost of fraud, because the fraudsters also invest money in their schemas, yes, and they also calculate the economics. This is the issue. Also, the issue now is it's not an issue for maybe each operator, but it is like additional tool for fraudsters. You can make the market discovery very fast with some AI tools and analytics. So if you find some vulnerability in this specific payment provider using the same specific white label provider, you can find all the iGaming operators using the scripts. So yes, for them, it's making like wide range of possibilities. Yeah, and you do not need to make fraud schema like 50,000 euros in one small operator. You can make like 10 schemas for 5,000 euros in 10 different operators, and the possibility of getting catch is lower on each operator. So yeah, they are smart guys for sure, and this is also like cat and mouse race, I would say.
Fantastic. Listen, I mean, Frogo's input into this industry at the moment has shook the foundations of everything, right? And we are really proud, me as a representative of Sigma, to be sitting over here with you. I am learning a lot from you. I love your energy, and I'm pretty sure that this is the energy that you lead in your company. However, let's take a leap into the future, like the frog, right? We'll take a leap into the future of fraud prevention, right? I really wanted to come to this. AI, automation, prediction. AI is transforming risk management, right? What's the biggest misconception business has about AI and fraud prevention?
Uh, I don't know why, but everybody, not everybody, most of the managers and the founders, they think that AI is like magic pill. So you can bring it once, set up once, and you will, yeah, all done. No, it's just additional, it's a next step of the tools. So you still need high experts behind all the AI models that you have. You have to take a look on them continuously and make changes because you have some data shifts in your data sets. You have the different ways of operating in your business. You entering new geos, you making new integrations, you checking your ideas using A/B tests. Yeah, so the operator they make continuous development in their operations. That's why AI could catch the patterns, but you still need a human, highly expert human to run this. So it's very powerful tool, but you need a team of experts to use it correctly, to use 100% of the abilities.
And to keep AI as a supporting arm, right?
Yes, it helps very well in terms of making faster decisions. Yeah, you spend less time in analyzing in manual checks. It is, but as everybody talk to ChatGPT, sometimes it's very dummy. Sometimes it makes so different decisions, so strange theses. So you always need to recheck. And same in machine learning, because you need very good data set to models educate. Yeah, and where will you get this data set? From your analytics team.
I agree. I agree. Fantastic. What will fraud look like in 2030?
It will still the fun place to work. Yes, I think that it very depends on what is the landscape of the regulations looks like, because regulations in specific countries they making new rules for operators, so it brings maybe new workflows. And yes, this is where I think the main things, like next 5 years, it would be regulations, because I don't think in next 5 years we will find new, like specifically new payment methods. Yes, specifically new games. Because it could be, but could be once in 5 years. Yes, but normally operators. Yes, operators and the regulations. So they will correlate the fraud schemas for working with maybe some issues regarding the compliance part, because if you're talking about the fraud schemas in betting, I would say it's the same from the England 1920s, yeah, when you put real money on horses and you find some arbitrary situation, you have some fixed horse races or some fixed matches. So this idea is still lives, but what could change is maybe more automation, maybe some more efficient, like economically efficient ways of making fake ideas, of making spoofing, like device spoofing and this kind of stuff. But I believe regulators.
100%. Super, super. What will we achieve actually if a fully perspective zero touch fraud prevention at one point, or
No, no, it's the same question as can we make like LTV prediction with 100% of efficiency? No, because it's a game of chance. If we have some workflow operations with 100 efficiency, no, this is like I am I have some math kind of mind. So when we're talking about 100% of efficiency, it means that we have like zero possibility of fail, and it's like it couldn't be in terms of the industry.
Okay.
So what we can do is making like 99% to 99.1, 99.2. Yes, yeah. So we fighting for the very, very small uplift in this, but when you calculate it on big operators on the millions of transactions, it's very cost efficient.
Super, super. Vladimir, one last question about the future. It seems like he just came on a time capsule. He's here with me in the present.
Okay.
How would you balance automation with human expertise?
We will still have humans in the teams, and we will still invest a lot of their development in terms of courses, in terms of deep learning, human deep learning. Because if you use artificial intelligence, you need like very good human intelligence to use it. So automation is a good point of scaling your business. Yeah, you do not need to hire additional 10 people in a team if you want to make double your revenue. So you will hire just once when you're making like 10 times the revenue in a couple of years. So this is the balance between investing a lot in high experts in the industry, and if you have some manual work, invest in automation of this manual work. And this is like the synergy, small teams of high experts with very good level of automation.
Fantastic. I would like to jump now into building anti-fraud culture inside a company, right? Specifically yours. So where do companies usually fail when building internal anti-fraud practices?
They fail in internal communications. When your anti-fraud team don't know that retention team will make new bonus activation for this Monday, for example. Yeah, and this is like surprise for them because they do not speak with each other. Another part is when the anti-fraud team could trigger on some alerts in a system and see that we have like lowering the conversion rates from IP range and could block them in terms of we think they're bots, but it was some affiliate tests on the new traffic, for example, or some mistakes in registration form that development team is already on, and you do not need to block this IP range because it's like normal. So the anti-fraud operations is not like exception of any other department, and the good point is to make everybody on the same page, to be transparent in all ideas and plans in the company, and it could prevent a lot of losses just talking. Yes, because you have some brilliant idea to make retention campaign, and you have like non-deposit free spins, for example. Yeah, good idea. We can invest in that, but let's segregate the database on these specific like bonus hunters or bonus waiters. Yes, and don't send to them because it's economically having no sense. Idea is good, but let's make some alterings with anti-fraud team. And normally we advise to all new integrations, all new approaches you want to add in your operations, you have to make the like correct mark from the anti-fraud division. We don't see risks here, or we see risks here. We will build additional rules to take a look on like first couple of days on the operations to react fast and understand what's going on.
Okay. This question goes then from you directly to the audience.
Yep.
We need your advice, Vladimir. What advice would you give to the companies fighting on fraud for the first time? Go for it.
Hire experts. Invest money in experts. They could be in your mind they could be overqualified for a product or overpaid, but as a practice shows us, the expert, you can cover like annual salary of expert from one specific fraud case, which is stopped directly when it starts, or preventing these. So yes, even we invest in automation, in AI, in machine learning, we still do not need to forget invest in humans.
Good tools, good processes. Which is your pick?
Both, because it's like making lasagna. You cannot choose what is better, to find the right meat or to make the right temperature in your oven. Yeah, so
I wish you never mentioned lasagna. I'm so
yes.
hungry right now.
Yes. Yeah. So the synergy you cannot choose. It's like wrong question.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely correct. I agree with you. Now, let's jump on to what makes the platform truly different, right? Let's separate the boys from the men now. If Frogo could keep one feature, just one, the one that defines the entire philosophy, what would it be?
It would be definitely dynamic risk scoring, because this is the point of additional value, because each separate transaction could be not very risky, could be medium risk, but the shift of the behavioral on different layers of aggregation, this is the very powerful tool for not only anti-fraud operations, but also for business intelligence, for retention team, affiliates, payment providers. So yeah, I would say
Fantastic.
this.
Vladimir, last topic of this interview. I'd like to know what's next now for Frogo, right? And I have two questions, two-parter for this. So what innovations can we expect from Frogo in the next year? And then what's the ultimate vision for Frogo? How far will the leap go?
What we have in the plans for next year is, first one, making the our back office easy to use for non-expert teams. So now we have like very high level of expertise inside, and we build these tools for our own operations. That's why it have like very high entrance level. So we're working on lowering these, making some easy tools to manage the policies. This is like a first part. If you're talking about some technologies, we invest in a lot in our own proprietary technology of fingerprint. So we make it efficient. We want to also run new project using some GIS analysis, yes, some map analysis. It's also a good correlation, because your fraudsters, as it was a fun story, they can use a lot of some residential proxies, some fake documents, so on and so forth, but sometimes they can be cached because they sitting in one specific building. Yes, it also could bring a new value. And we also investing in developing the graph-based, for instance, tools. As I told you, that we want to make it like custom query selection of your database and showing you immediately all the dots connection between the customers to lower the time for decision for anti-fraud team. And if we're talking about the next couple of years, not next 1 year, the goal is to make the Frogo and anti-fraud operations as a synonyms. Yeah, when you start a new product, you think about maybe we will face some fraud, we need some tools. Directly Frogo. So it should be in a checklist of running your operations. You have finance, you have legal, you have platform choose, game choose, payment system choose. Not forget about anti-fraud tool choose.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. It's been a pleasure having Frogo over here. This has been Mark Anthony for the Sigma Group interviewing CEO of Frogo, Volodymyr. Thank you very much for coming by. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I have no doubt we'll be seeing much more of you in the very near future.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.